Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back once again. Goodfellow Sports TV. One time for the one time we grinding. Appreciate it, man. Probably gonna do these last two videos and probably won't see me again until the weigh-in. Final thoughts, and that may be my last video for the day. I don't know. I might do another boxing stream. I may not. I might just lay low and catch the fights tonight or something like that. But we up in the building, man. Y'all know what to do. What the business is. What up, though? Live from 313. Live from the D. Live from Detroit. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy TJ Goodfellow, man. We gonna talk about AB. Okay, and I'm tired. You know what, man? People gonna be like, you hating on AB, man. Like I say, man, I don't have no reason to hate on no man on this earth, man. None at all. I have no reason to, man. Or do I care to give validity to hate? So people like, oh, you hater, you hater. Telling the truth, how I see it. Okay, if you don't like it, don't listen. Hit pause, hit unsubscribe. You know, hit that bell icon, and we good, bro. You can block me. Not interested. However you want to do it, right? Let's keep it real. I'm tired of seeing, and this is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me, was the Teofimo Lopez interview. And nothing he wrong that he did, but it's a misconception out here that Adrien Broner once had it. He ain't never had it, because he ain't never got it. He ain't never had it, okay? So people say, well, you know, the drinking and the smoking and Broner not being fucked. I'm tired of hearing that shit, man. Broner just was never good enough to be what we thought he could be, and I got caught up in it, thinking that he was going to be the next Mayweather, or the heir apparent to Mayweather, be the next best thing in boxing, and he was going to be Madonna. Trust me, I got caught in that trap as well too. But you tell me where Broner ever won a big fight, other than Antonio DeMarco, which pretty much Evan Valero beat him up, and then he messed around and just, you know, caught into Jorge Linares. He went bleeding, and he knocked out John Molina. But outside of that, the first time I actually seen Adrien Broner was on HBO. HBO After Dark on the undercard of one of the fights. He fought Daniel Ponce de Leon. Okay? He lost. You know, he got a gift decision in his HBO debut, and a gift decision earned him a contract with Golden Boy, and he had his management with Al Heyman. Okay? His very first fight. Now, like I said before, a lot of these dudes that's covering boxing, getting interviews, or claim they're hardcore boxing fans, they're not. That's just what it is. Because I remember he came and lost. It was competitive loss, but he lost. They gave him the victory. So I'm just saying, like, where's Adrien Broner ever showed anybody that, like, oh man, he's a superstar? And we got caught up in that believing, you know, the HBO hype train. And we talk about HBO's hyping up Eastern Europeans. They've hyped up brothers before too. Where they stopped hyping up brothers was at the Devin Alexander Timothy Bradley fight. After that was a dud at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. But you know, before that, they hyped up Adrien Broner. It wasn't no Eastern European movement coming in. But Adrien Broner just ain't never had it. Let's keep it real. Let's look back. Elroy Perez, Jason Litzum, Escovedos, even DeMarco, Gavin Reese. These ain't names. Real talk. These ain't no names. You know, people say, well, if Broner ever puts it all together, he's talented. No, he not. No, he not. He's physically talented, speed, and he had great power at 30, great power at 35. But Broner's biggest advantage, and nobody want to talk about this, Broner's biggest advantage was having Al Heyman behind him. His other biggest advantage was that he weighed more than his opponent on fight night. When that weight differential closed, even when he went to 47 down to 40, when it closed, he was an average boxer. That's what AB stood for, average boxer. Everybody get caught up with the flash in the pan. You know, everybody get distracted by the big story while the government slipped the real story under our eyes and noses. And that's what Adrien Broner did. Everybody get caught up with the big story. You know, oh, you know, this and that, and then the government just go ahead and slide the government shutdown during the holiday. Nobody pay attention to about January after the New Year's. Same thing AB been doing. He been talking and woofing, you know, talking about how he gonna do better, how he gonna be focused, how he gonna stop drinking, and whatever the situation may be. That's what he talk about, right? But every time he loses, Every time it's a distraction board before his fights. You know why? You know why that these distractions come up, or why all this comes up? Because it's a built-in excuse to have longevity. You know, he wants longevity, and if you keep buying into his bullshit, then you know you're gonna be making excuses. I hear I'm done with Adrien Broner, and brother's back riding his bandwagon the next fight. Adrien Broner ain't got a win since what, 2016 versus Adrian Granados. Before that, I think it may have been Emmanuel Taylor, and before that, it was versus Khabib. Then it was the loss to Sean Porter. So Adrien Broner ain't got a win in almost 3 years. Manny Pacquiao is 1-1 in the last 2 or 3 years as well. Whatever it may be. Okay? So Manny Pacquiao ain't this indestructible guy. But all I'm saying is that it's a misconception that Broner was ever going to be shit, and that's not true. He never had it. He was fast. He outweighed people. He could hit hard at 30 and 35. But once again, his 135 debut on HBO, 130-pound debut on HBO, he lost. He lost. Antonio DeMarco, good fight. But pretty much what did DeMarco do after that? What did he do before that? He lost to Edwin Valero. Got beat down, same way. He do after that? Pretty much nothing. Then he fought Gavin Reese. You know? Gavin Reese actually laid the blueprint on how to beat Adrien Broner. He exposed that Adrien Broner can handle 2 or 3 or 4 punches at a time. He couldn't handle more than 2 punches at a time. He just didn't have a natural skills and power to beat him. But don't forget to check out our sponsor, thehellblaze.com. I'm in the Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get 18% off when you use that promo code. On top of any discounts or promos they run, you still get the 18% off. They got all natural products, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, toothpaste, deodorant, all natural. Check them out. Website and promo code in the description. Tell them that your boyfriend, the D, sent you by using that promo code and get that 18% off. Appreciate it. But yeah, you know, like people keep saying, like people like keep believing in this guy. And if he wins Saturday, salute. Salute. He finally done something right. But he gonna have to show me. He can't just put the key in the ignition and pump fake like he gonna start and turn it over. He gonna have to turn the ignition over and beat Pacquiao. You know? But like I said before, it can't nobody point to me where Adrien Broner had a superior opponent and he just beat him. No. It was all about potential. He was predicated on potential. And we know potential in the NBA and NFL will get you killed. Get you fired, excuse me. It'll get you fired. So when had Adrien Broner ever been a pound-for-pound fighter? Some people try to put him pound for pound until he beat DeMarco. But was he the guy? Did he ever beat the guy at 30? No. He beat DeMarco at 30, 35, only because DeMarco beat Jorge Linares, but pretty much that division was light. You know, they talk about Terrence Crawford unifying at 140 was light. Well, shit, Adrien Broner at 35 was even lighter. That was after Brandon Rios had left. After Richard, he didn't fight Ricardo Abreu or Miguel Vasquez at 35. He would have lost. You know? So really, I'm trying to see, honestly, I'm trying to see where the drinking, the smoking, I'm trying to see where the distraction happened. Now, Teofimo Lopez had a really good interview with Fight Hype, man. You can go find it over there, man. And he's talking about how Broner let the entourage and let everybody distract you. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Broner just simply wasn't that good, T.O. He was never that good to begin with. That's just what it is, bro. He came in with technical flaws. I watched him. I watched him get outboxed by Daniel Ponce de Leon. I watched guys like Gavin Reese outpoint him for a certain amount of time. I watched Paulo Malignaggi go upside his head constantly, and he kept getting hit by Paulo Malignaggi. We just chose to ignore the signs and try and believe his story. He was never that good. He's an average fighter, average boxer, AB. Paulo Malignaggi says 1,000 Adrien Broners around the world in different gyms that just ain't got the opportunity Adrien Broner got. Adrien Broner had an opportunity. That's it. Adrien Broner was never a superior elite fighter. Adrien Broner was always an average boxer that had great athletic ability. And that's sad that people want to just attach a narrative to him as an underachiever. In my opinion, he was an overachiever. Adrien Broner was an overachiever. Because you look at it, he got all these coaches. Nobody fixed Adrien Broner because it was nothing ever to be fixed. He is what he is. He is what he is. You know, technically flawed fighter. You know what I'm saying? A guy who never had great defense. A guy that never learned to use the Philly shell. A guy that wasn't the greatest counterpuncher. You know, the guy that's never had it. You could say Kevin Cunningham, Mike Stafford, Barry Hunter, Floyd Mayweather Jr. He had the best mentors, and he had the best trainers that you can get. He had the best that money can buy. He had Al Heyman. Without Al Heyman, where would Adrien Broner be? Real talk. Where would Adrien Broner be without Al Heyman? Because without Al Heyman, come on, man. Let's keep it real. Without that push behind Al, he wouldn't be getting this money. He wouldn't be in this position. You know? So when I hear people like T.O. say he got, Madonna fight changed him, and it did. I will give him that. It made him more gunshot. But Adrien Broner, his whole career was about moving his hands. Going back to the day on Ponce de Leon fight, I know a lot of y'all niggas didn't watch boxing back then. Even, probably 10 years, 6, 7 years ago. A lot of these channels, just came into boxing because their favorite fighter, it was a fighter from their town that got into boxing. So everybody try to fake it till they make it, you know what I'm saying? Go back and try to watch film. I was there watching that fight. He didn't move his hands then. He didn't move his hands versus Gavin Reese. They was begging him to throw combinations to stop Antonio DeMarco. Mike Stafford he was begging Adrien Broner to move his hands. So Adrien Broner ain't never moved his hands. Adrien Broner ain't never moved his hands, y'all. He never moved his hands. From when I seen him on HBO After Dark, he just was so big, so much bigger than 30 pounders, so much bigger than 135 pounders. He was able to knock them out with one punch. His punches had more of an effect. When he went up 12 pounds and then went back down 7 pounds, it was a game changer, family. Big game changer. He couldn't hurt nobody no more. So the ones and twos, the 1-2 punches he was throwing, he never made the adjustment where to pull his legs in. You know what I'm saying? And get it and have a better position to move around and really get leverage get great leverage from his balance and really generate power. He still fights as if he's a 30-pounder. Look at Floyd. Floyd made a great adjustment from fighting at 130, 135 to them 2 weight classes to fighting at 140. Floyd made a tremendous adjustment. Floyd started picking his shots more. Floyd started sitting on his punches more. That was an adjustment that Floyd needed to make because he was moving up in weight. He had to get respect. The adjustment Adrien Broner needed to make was use his lateral movement, bring his legs in closer together, not be punching for power because he didn't have the power to hurt guys like that 1 and 2 punches, and start moving and picking his shots and throwing in combination. He never made that adjustment. And when people say, oh, maybe he'll move his hands that way. If you know anything about boxing, from round 1, you should know it's not going to be no adjustment the way he come out in the stance. If his legs are still wide, he coming out with the shoulder roll or the high guard, you'll know. You'll know. He make no adjustment. Now, if his legs close, he's showing lateral movement. He's shooting combinations, moving side to side, running them combinations. He moving. He not letting Pacquiao set up for his shots. He moving, sticking to moving. Then we got a different Adrien Broner. But I don't expect a different Adrien Broner. When I went to the Barclays Center to see him fight Jesse Vargas, I see nothing different. I just seen the guy that said, okay, Vargas don't punch that hard. I can open up and throw just a little bit more punches. That's what I seen. I can throw a little bit more punches. Because don't believe, Kevin Cunningham versus Jesse Vargas had him throwing his hands more. No. Vargas just wasn't a puncher that he was afraid of. But that's a big misconception. Adrien Broner ain't never had it. And I said it before. Adrien Broner had physical talent. He never had the technical side of the talent. And like I said, people going to come on here and say you hating it. Like I said, you tell me where I lied at again. You told me where Adrien Broner beat Madonna, where he beat a Sean Porter, where he beat a Mikey Garcia. I'm saying the same thing about Mikey fight. Mikey ain't never, fought a black fighter, and Mikey ain't never fought a slick fighter like Adrien Broner. Man, Broner ain't no fucking slick fighter. He might make you think he's slick. He get hit too much. Oh, Broner's so much faster. People get caught up in the speed and hey, look at Mikey Garcia, fundamentally sound, technical, a technician, always in position. Look at his technique. Speed and power ain't necessarily how you gonna win upper echelon elite boxing. It's being fundamentally sound, being technical, being a technician, technique. And Broner don't have the technique side of it. If he had the ability to put his technique with his athletic ability, then we have something. But come back with one more video, then I'm gonna shut it down for a minute, man. Goodfellas Sports TV, it'll be back to back. No matter what, I'm gonna drop these videos back to back. But we on Facebook, we on Twitter. Also, reach out to me in the email if you got a question, business inquiry, sponsorship. If you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. You definitely won't regret it. Go over there and check them out. You get that 18% off. Promo code and website is in the description. They got lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, everything you need. Go check them out. Also, in addition, check out my Patreon. Got some good content. I'll be updating it this week, especially after Pacquiao Mayweather on both tiers. Check it out. $2 to your boxing tier. Real cheap. Appreciate everybody for showing love. If you want to help the channel out, you can share the videos, share the best way. Want to make a donation, that link's in the description as well. Once again, I want to thank The Health Blaze for giving me the opportunity for